All right, we are live, and the New York Mets magic number is down to 10. I don't know what the playoff number is, but the magic number till this goddamn regular season is over is 10, and it is glorious. 10 more games until the season is over. We know if we're going in October or not, but this mayhem is finished. Finito Benito, thank God. And getting us through that, all that is our Coors Lights. When the action is hot on the field, choose chill, then grab a Coors Light. When you have Coors Light on hand, even the most heated of rivals can agree on something. Coors Light is the perfect beer for game day. So reach for the only beer as cold as the Rockies for game day chill, Coors Light. And boys, we need Coors Light because we're playing the Nationals and the Marlins at the end of the season. And God knows they are our rivals, especially when they are absolutely terrible, which they are this year. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. And I'll be drinking my Coors Lights before the game, during the game, after the game, and then when I wake up in the morning as we're getting the day rolled. New York, choose chill, choose Coors Light. Proud partners of the New York Mets. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/believe. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. And I'll be drinking plenty of Coors Light at Barstool, the ballpark, this Saturday. Mets Nationals, our ace, the ace of all aces, Nolan McLean, the Cowboy, is on the mound. It should be a beautiful day, a little fall crisp in the air, but it's going to be warm, 70 degrees, sun, and we're going to have Coors Light, all you can drink for 3 hours, or to the 7th inning. $18 food credit, ticket to the game, free long sleeve shirt, meaningful September baseball. What more do you want? GoFevo.com/group/Barstool Sports. Honestly, just Google Barstool, the ballpark. It's going to appear. I'll put it in the YouTube chat for everyone watching right now. So we'll be doing that. Block party beforehand. We'll have ourselves like a little tailgate, and then we're going to go have ourselves a day. And then, folks, don't you relax now. We also have a watch party planned because you know what? We got our meaningful games in September. American Whiskey next Thursday, September 25th at the Cubs. The Mets are at the Cubs in Chicago. 7:40 first pitch. We'll be at the bar drinking Coors Lights and trying to get through the rest of this season in one piece. So there it is right now. Game today, Sweet Jonah on the bump. Saturday, Barstool at the ballpark. Next Thursday, American Whiskey. God knows where we'll be then. How we feeling,
that is
boys?
how you do an ad read.
The sickest part of this whole thing, and I genuinely mean this, and I don't mean this as a shot to the Padres or the Cubs, but looking at the Final Four series, it's the Nats and Marlins that genuinely scare me the most. I'm not just saying that. That's not a Mets fan shtick. I really believe it. I see the Nats and Marlins, and I'm like, those are the ones to watch out for. Especially the Cubs have clinched, and there's really nothing for them to gain anymore, right? They're just like kind of locked in. So maybe they're resting people. Padres at this point, you know, we started off with a win. We'll see what we can do to close it out. It's crazy. Like, why does it always have to be this way? Why don't we just sweep both those teams and walk right in?
How we doing?
Got no answer.
You know what's crazy is that, and this is the fun of it, but I hate it at this point. Like, you win one game and it changes everything. That walk-off, I was like, we're good. We're fine. Lose last night, I'm like, maybe we're not. It's those goddamn playoff percentages. I need to sit down with whoever creates the playoff percentages, and I need to like waterboard them and torture them and get the truth out of them that they are just literally making numbers up. Just like 86%, 81%, 79. It changes with one or two games, like flies through the roof. I will say, if we end up just making it and never actually relinquishing a playoff spot, knock on wood, like I guess the percentages were right the whole time, but goddamn, does it seem like it's not 86% chance. Does not fucking feel that way.
Kyle,
I think it has something to do with strength of schedule too. Like we have the second lowest strength of schedule, but we're playing the teams up against us. It makes no sense. The walk-off was great, and scoring 7 runs in the second inning. Who knew that might be the formula for success?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I hate this team. That's what I've come to realize is that I hate how they're built. I hate how they play, and then at the same time, they're the greatest team on paper. And you know that they're going to go all the way anytime they put up any runs. I mean, we're paying $113 million for a Frankenstein 1 starter when we paid for 2 starters. Who cares? As long as they figure it out and get into the playoffs, I won't care.
Meek, tell me what the possibility is. Am I crazy? Am I drinking the Kool-Aid too much? I think this dual starter piggybacking on each other thing is going to work. I think it's going to be like we changed the game of baseball because nobody goes 5 innings anymore, and we just got 2 of each plus some new kids. I will just say this. I am drinking the Kool-Aid, but there is this part that I believe is legit, that if they make it and their little Frankenstein rotation works and Soto and Alonso and Nimmo and Lindor click, like that's a fucking badass team. Like it could happen.
It can work because the alternative does not work. The alternative is Shamanai going 4 innings and then sucking, or Clay Holmes going 4 innings and sucking, or David Peterson going 5 innings, giving up 6 runs. David Peterson has a 70 ERA in the second half, whatever it is. So yeah, that probably is our best chance at winning games.
I tweeted last night I was getting into the rest of the season, and then when he gave it the grand slam, I said that's out. David Matz. He is David Matz until he is no longer David Matz. His ERA is almost 4. Once you hit the 4.0, that is Matz to me. And then people are like tweeting me John Neese pictures, Oliver Perez pictures. There is a fucking curse on left-handed pitchers in this franchise.
That was one of those. I've been on this planet 40 years watching this team too long. I knew Manny Machado was smoking that ball. I was wrong the other day. I thought, who was it? Who was it on the Rangers? Adonis? What's his name? Adolis. I was like, this ball's going to the fucking moon, and they struck him out. The Manny Machado one, I was dead right on. I was like, I'm not even going to watch this. I mean, that was a cock shot, too.
At the same time, it's like, maybe you should pull David Peterson and go to the bullpen. But at the same time, it's like, oh, Reed Garrett inherited runners would probably be a solution. And what does Reed Garrett do every time he comes in with the bases loaded? 3-run score, 4-run score.
Why is he the guy?
Reed Garrett has the worst job in America. It's like dirty jobs with Mike Rowe. Mike Rowe goes from like a septic tank where he's cleaning out shit to being Reed Garrett coming in with inherited runners every single time. They got to make the call to the bullpen, and Reed Garrett's got to be going. Are you fucking kidding? You can't put Stanek in? What the fuck, man? It's the worst, dude.
He came off the injury list, and they immediately used them 3 times in 4 days, and had the exact situation. It's like, what are we doing?
That's been the case for the last 2 seasons of him, by the way.
I know.
Too, because the first season when he had like his resurgence, we used him in every single situation until he got hurt. The following season, he comes back. We put him in every single situation until he gets hurt. I feel bad for the guy. He's not good unless the inning's clean. But you know he's got to be like shrunken on the end of the bench. Like, please don't fucking call my name out.
Like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. It's like this thing. I'm just going to go. I'll be in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
We said this like immediately last year. We're like, because like we're like learning about Reed Garrett. We're like, just don't put him in with inherited runners, and that's only when they put him in now. It's crazy. They only do his weaknesses. You know how like a pitcher will go to the coach and be like, Skip, I don't know if I have it today. Like he should just say that when the situation's up and he's like, you know what, actually I'm feeling pretty good when the bases are empty. And then if it starts getting, hairy, he's like, it's tightening up again. He has to just do that for himself. Worst, like my wife just like can't smell. It's actually pretty awesome as a guy. You just do the asshole. Doesn't matter. However, my son is like a fucking hound. He has a great sense of smell. So basically, whenever my wife's like, does this smell bad? It's like, does the garbage need to go out? He has to go and sniff it. That's Reed Garrett's life as the New York Mets. He has to go and
sniff the garbage.
Go smell the dishwasher and see if it needs to be run because it's a little funky right now. That is Reed Garrett, man. He does. He has the worst job in America. And you said it, Kyle, with the hating them. I tweeted this. This is like my thing for this team, the 2025. I'm just going to read it real quick for you boys. I hate the way you talk to me. And I hate the way you cut your hair. I hate the way you drive my car. I hate it when you stare. I hate your big dumb combat boots. And I hate the way you read my mind. I hate you so much it makes me sick. It even makes me rhyme. I hate it. I hate the way you're always right. I hate it when you lie. I hate it when you make me laugh. Even worse, when you make me cry. I hate it when you're not around and the fact you didn't call. But mostly I hate the way I don't hate you. Not even close. Not even a little bit. Not even at all. That is the fucking 2025
for the olds.
New York Mets, man.
Bro, there's a bunch of people out there who don't know that movie who are like, did Clem just write a poem? What's going on?
What the fuck is combat boots, Clem? I'm going to make a Mets version of that, and I'm just going to tattoo it on my chest to just remember this season, because this is has to be the most frustrating. Like,
you know what this season is? It's 3 Juan Soto home runs that miss by an inch. The whole thing is just a giant cock tease. Like, I mean, 3, like at least 2, and I think all 3 my memory serves, were like in super important home runs. Would have been like walk-offs, would have been game tires, would have been like, they weren't just, blowout, like, oh, that sucks. It was like, we need this. He did it. Like he did his job. He did his job. He smoked a ball like 300, 400 feet and just missed. I can't even blame the guy. That is kind of that's the representation of the whole season.
That would have been his second on the night.
Yes, right. And
41 home runs. I was told that he would never come close to that number ever again. And I kind of bought into that because he's playing in the bandbox that is Yankee Stadium. The most quiet 41 home run season of his career.
But it's not. It's just that it's quiet because we're stupid. It's like the fans. Seriously, it's the fans' job to make noise or not make noise about things. And we just didn't because we're fucking assholes. He's having the only season that is comparable were guys who were immortal, juiced to the gills cheaters. and it's like, we're the ones. He did it. I'm sure in the clubhouse, they're like, Juan Soto's fucking awesome. We know that all of his opponents are not quiet about it. They're terrified of him. It's just the dickheads like us who are like, well, he didn't play great for 2 months in the beginning, even though he fucking did. We have to make the noise.
It's hard to appreciate when we're giving up 4 runs in the 4th inning every fucking night, though. That's the other part.
I know, but yes, I get that.
But you can't soak in the home run because the very next inning it's up. There's another one on the board.
I know, but there's a bigger thing at play here, okay? What's bigger than the team winning and losing? There shouldn't be anything bigger than the team winning and losing. There is. There are the Yankee fans across town who embarrassed themselves and sounded like fucking idiots and sounded like people who have never watched baseball. And they preached and they told us what was going to happen. And it didn't. The exact opposite did. And he shoved it up their fucking ass. But if we're not there to shove it up the Yankee fans' asses, it doesn't happen. So stop mitigating what Juan Soto has done because David Peterson sucks dick and shove it in Yankee fans' fucking faces. He's going into his prime. Next year's going to be 50 home runs. And the year that's going to be 60 home runs. And you need to start appreciating now.
Next year's not going to be baseball. So we'll hit the 60 home runs in 2028.
Kev, have you thought about this, though? Like the impact that this season has left on Juan Soto? There was like a dozen Yankee fans who turned their back to him in the right field bleachers at one time.
I don't know.
I didn't think he's ever going to bounce back from that.
That guy Clemmer, who looks like Clemmer, turning his back. I'm sure Juan Soto, wakes up in the middle of the night, cold sweats, thinking about that dork.
Oh my God!
When I was at the Bananas, I went to Savannah Bananas in that godforsaken piece of shit stadium, and they had Bald Vinny and the bleacher creatures do like a roll call and for the Bananas and in the banana outfit and all that shit. I hate those fucking scumbags too. But seeing Bald Vinny and now I don't even know that other guy's name. What a horrible replacement. What a fall from grace for the meathead Yankee fan. At least Bald Vinny looks the part and acts the part and all that shit. That other guy stinks.
He looks like a reject Rick Moranis.
Yeah. He kind of looks like, he really does look like Clemmer. He looks like a ghoul.
How was Savannah Bananas? Was it a good time for the kids?
I was kind of skeptical, and I don't know why it took me needing to go there to understand it, but it's just the circus with baseball. You're not there to watch a baseball game. They do play, and it's not scripted. It's not Harlem Globetrotters. They don't always win. They do play, but it's, would I go with just you guys? Probably not. Is it good to bring your kids or bring a girl? It's great.
Awesome. So check that out. And by the way, was that your first time at Yankee Stadium?
I went to Yankee Stadium for Eminem and Jay-Z.
Okay.
Other than that, I've never gone for any baseball. Fuck that.
Really?
Yep. I will never go. I will never go to a Yankee game in Yankee Stadium ever. Period. Stop. Never.
So you're out next year for 25th anniversary of September 11th?
I will not be there.
Put it in the books.
I will not be there. I will never do it. I've gotten offered tickets front row. I remember one time it was Randy Johnson versus Josh Beckett, Yankees, Red Sox. All my new friends in college freshman year were going, and I was I just stayed home by myself. I was like, no, I won't do it.
So the day I die, I'll never thank my brain enough for turning down a free ticket to the bleachers for Game 7 2003 ALCS. Just saying, there is no good that could come out of this. And if I had to witness that,
imagine.
And now I'd be like, I saw the birth of the Aaron Boone era.
Yeah.
That way. Nonetheless, I'm telling you, it would not have been worth it. And
I love to think that there's some clairvoyant Mets fan who was stuck at that game and they're dumping beer and they're celebrating and he's going, I got a bad feeling about this. Just wait about 15 years. You guys are going to really regret this.
100%. Well, if you want to go to a game, we go to a Mets game here. Go to a Mets game. We Barstool the ballpark on Saturday. Then last home game potentially of the season. Hopefully not, but definitely last of the regular season. We got Mets Nats. You got to get yourself a ticket there. You got to get it through Game Time. There's nothing like a crisp fall night at the ballpark, but trying to get there, brutal. Especially for me, I'm paying for the parking. I'm getting all that nonsense. You're stuck in a queue. Prices jump at checkout. You're logged out mid-click. All you want to be is in the stands, beer in hand, yelling with the crowd. The Game Time app gives the advantage back to the fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic MLB tickets on time and at the best price. Plus, fees are always included, so what you see is what you pay. I was looking at tickets for Mets Nats on that Sunday here. Excuse me. Left field landing. I love that. Just a great marketing calling the left field landing. Section 338, row 5, $14 a pop. Going to be, again, beautiful. Get yourself a baseball game, last game of the season, and you can't really beat that. So $14 a pop. Take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code BELIEVE for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code BELIEVE for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. Let's see.
Breaking news. Reed Garrett placed on the injured list.
No way.
15.
That motherfucker's lying.
He's like, this game is going to get hairy, and then there's going to probably be some Cubs games that get a little out of hand. I'm not doing that. I'll play
right elbow sprain. Okay, so he's gone forever. Shaman
backup.
Who's up?
Shaman what?
Razaban and Davinsky.
Manai's on the paternity list. So he wasn't going to pitch till Sunday.
So he's probably good.
I need the New York Mets to hire me as the family planner. Actually, Manai being out is like, who fucking cares? But everybody schedule your goddamn sex around fucking, or at least like September and October. Okay. We can't have that. You can have babies in June, July, August, whatever. Come on.
This works out, though, because now they have a fresh bullpen arm till he has to pitch again on Sunday. He's a team player in that sense.
That's true, actually.
That's true.
I'm doing the math, so I'm guessing this was an off-season baby. This was probably right after the run. He's, finally getting over the loss, and then the baby. That's how I do. That's what I do now in my free time.
Yeah.
He was in the midst of contract negotiations. He said, "I'm about to get $75 million. Let's do this thing."
Yeah, that'll get you wanting to make a baby, right?
I will say the Frankenstein pairing the pitchers or whatever. Evan Roberts made like a really good point too, where if they're only throwing 50 pitches, they're available before the turn in the rotation too. And you can mix and match however you need to go with the matchups of the teams that they're playing. I'm kind of on board with it because we've already sunk all this money into these pitchers who can't throw that many innings. If you have the 3 kids who they're paying nothing, and then you have these guys that are getting paid millions, why not mix and match the whole way through?
Use them. Yep.
I think so. Who would have to be Peterson's buddy for you to feel good? Would it have to be McLean? Basically, it's McLean-Peterson.
No, because he throws 7 innings on his own.
Yeah, so McLean's the only one we could trust.
Yeah. We could actually just use bullpen for McLean. That's true. Sprout Peterson.
Senga and Peterson.
Yeah, one of those.
Senga Peterson. Are you trying to kill us? You almost gave Kevin a stroke.
What if they each both go to the lineup one time each?
They're like
who makes it to the 4th inning.
I'm trying to think of a non-80s team to reference here, but like Demolition, they were the 3-man tag team. Like we need a triple header for those guys. It's like the 3 cross-eyed dragons: Senga, Peterson, and fucking.
I'll tell you what we need. And I hope that maybe 20 years from now we see the effects of Ohtani. I need like Manai to pick up a bat. I need these guys to start carrying their weight other ways. I need people to start being full. If you're not going to be a starter who can pitch 7 innings, you don't get to be, you know what I mean? Like honestly though, back in the day, it was like, don't worry about hitting because you're going to pitch 7, maybe 8, and sometimes 9 innings. If you're not going to do that, you got to be valuable in other ways. So you better start playing the field on off days, picking up a bat on off days, something else. You can't just pitch 30-something starts, 4 innings a start and get paid, otherwise you're going to get paid like $1 million a year, you fucking bums.
Yeah.
That's all you really have to say about that one. So I put out the blame pie poll. I said, if the Mets don't make the playoffs, who will you blame the most? And I'm thinking not just now, but like We were like, oh, the 25 season, like that's how it collapsed. So I said the offense, the starters, the bullpen, and the manager and coaches. Those are my 4. And you can just say David Stearns is the answer, which I think some people answered ironically and then unironically. So I got about 1,000 votes here. So this is a pretty like even, it's a pretty fair number of votes for the data. Offense got 8%. Starters got 63%. Bullpen got 8%. Manager and coaches got 21%. So that's basically it's the starters and then the managers and then a tie for the offense and the bullpen.
It's absolutely the fucking starters.
Yeah.
Like the bullpen is like a bullpen from every single year. Like there's nothing really special about that other than Helsley being like, what the fuck? Otherwise, it's like, I don't know. You got some really good guys and some scrubs, and you kind of cobble it together. The managers, like I would say, I've been the biggest apologist for them, and we're getting to a point with Mendoza with pulling the kids and some of these pitch counts that were just flat out bad moves. But the coaching, I did this last episode. I'm not going to do it again. The coaching to me is always a scapegoat in baseball, and the offense like had an entire month of like their best play in the history of being a Mets fan. So it's just the fucking starters. It always has been, and it always will be. That should be 99% that fucking poll.
Well, and
bullpen should be number 2, but it's a byproduct of the starters
pitching
being absolute.
And by the way, the bullpen is probably going to be number 1 and 2 every year of your life. That's like everyone's Achilles heel in baseball. So that part isn't like a big deal to me. It's the starters that like in the beginning were, I mean, remember it was like a couple months into the season. It was like, we have the best staff in baseball. It wasn't like that small of a sample.
Do you want to guess where we're at right now in team ERA? Like what our ranking is? Because we were first for a while. Whole team ERA.
I mean, it's got to be pretty fucking low, right?
I think I heard 16th the other day. I could be wrong.
It's 16th, 4.03 team ERA. We're at 16th
in the league.
In the league,
and where in the NL?
In the NL, we are
probably like
8th, so about average. We were first for like 4 months.
I know, but also that makes me think, God, there must be some really fucking bad pitching out there. Holy shit! I really would have thought we were like bottom 5.
Well, a team
had
worse than us
we had
is the
such a
Dodgers.
lead on those first couple months. They were letting up like literally 1 or 2 runs a game every single game, and we were winning 3-2.
So is that a fatigue thing or just a luck and baseball thing? Like, because I keep thinking, I'm like, what if Peterson is getting his bad starts out and then goes on a good Peterson run for the playoffs?
Peterson, I think it's more fatigue.
But these guys are, if you're just going to continually get worse, then because you're getting more and more tired, then obviously that's
you start the season. It's cold weather. The bats aren't like getting going. The pitchers always have the advantage when it's early on in the season, and then you get into the summer. It's like a crapshoot for most pitchers. Everybody's ERA goes up.
Then you lose one pitcher to an Achilles injury in the middle of June on a freak play.
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, we're almost. I can't say we're lucky with the because it feels like we didn't have any catastrophic, but like Mania just missed a ton.
Mania missed half a season. And it hasn't been good.
I really like. There's definitely again the narrative that like fans create. Like if we went back and just started counting all the days on the DL and how many pitchers we lost and all that, and made that the narrative, I think this would be a very different season.
You know, we set the record last night. Dom Ham was the 46th pitcher used this season. No team has ever used more pitchers than us.
And like that's partially because we suck, but also a lot of fucking injuries that, you know, if we just beat that drum rather than just like saying our team sucks all the time, I think it would be viewed as like, wow, what a snake bitten team. You know, sucks for Mets fans. They could have had it all if they didn't have injuries. So
Braddock was starting to fall off before he got injured, but you could argue him and Minter getting hurt. If neither of those guys get hurt, I think we are not worrying about the playoffs right now.
Danny Young got Tommy John surgery right around the same time, and that was our other lefty.
Right.
It's always the big names aren't the ones that really affect the season. It's always the ones you weren't expecting to give you production, and then they end up falling off.
Right.
46 pitchers is an insane.
Yeah,
insane. Like I want to go back to like the early '90s. I bet you it's like, you know, 6 starters.
There's a 40-man roster.
Right.
46 pitchers. Pitchers alone.
Well, think about just the Braves of the '90s. They had like their staff intact like that entire time, which is insane.
Yeah, there was never the Maddox missed 2 years. Missed some time, then became a fucking superstar closer. You know, it's crazy.
They had the same fucking 4 or 5 for like a decade straight. It's crazy.
They'd have like their 5th guy, like Avery, and then he'd go sign for a bag, and then Millwood would come in and be awesome. It's like 4 or 5. It's like I fucking hate the goddamn Yankees and Braves. I can't be bringing these 2 up right now. My girlfriend is gonna.
What do you guys think about the Alvarez home run?
I thought I was
You think
stunned
that
it
was a
got
home run?
overturned.
Yeah.
You guys didn't think that was a home run?
I think it was a home run. I'm stunned they overturned it.
I think that
Going
they
crazy.
needed to explain that it hit in between the gap of those two. I don't think it hit that black thing.
I mean, it like changes direction.
I thought it hit in between where the door was and the other, and it forced it back into play.
I thought it hit that. I mean, it goes down and then back, which means it has to hit something.
It
I
feels
was looking at that like the Zapruder film. I
back
was
into the left. Yeah.
like, this is. I thought. I don't know. That's to me. I thought was.
I could not believe that they overturned that. I mean, it's good for us. It got me thinking that they were going to give us the Soto home run, though, too. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yo,
there's something in the work.
I can't blame them because different vantage points. I'm sure it looked like it hit the line, but all those fans going hands up. I was like, you
Yeah.
motherfuckers. Oh, that would have been so sick.
Yeah, there was a lot of sick shit that would have been pretty cool in that game yesterday that just didn't happen because, again, LOL Mets. And
By
kind
the
of
way, in terms of Alvarez, like I was going through, I loved him. Then I not hated him, but I was getting really frustrated with him. And now that he is a double broken hand, mangled catcher, getting hit by pitches, like I feel like he's Rickety Cricket, right? And somebody said that the other day. Like he's just getting worse and worse and worse. He's like the Monty Python is just a flesh wound. He's gonna come out there with no arms eventually.
two hooks. He's gonna have two hooks for hands.
Pull the back. Like he's got to be like, what the fuck, man?
That's like, what position does he play? Catcher.
Catcher.
Yeah. He needs his hands to catch 100-mile-per-hour fastballs all the time. It's at the point now where it's like you just gotta love the guy just for coming back and fighting.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he had that one that like almost hit his hand. I went, whoo! I tweeted. I was like, oh my god, he almost hit his hand. And as I'm tweeting, he gets hit in the fucking elbow. I'm like, what is going on with this guy?
The rest of the team was so mad about that, bro. They were ready to kill that guy.
Oh my gosh. Other thing, just quick about the starting pitching early in the year. I mean, we did say it like maybe the pitching was good. They weren't, getting tattooed in the first and second, but we're like, at some point they have to go more than 4 or 5 because they were doing that early, and that's how the bullpen just gets worn down. Maybe Minter doesn't get hurt if he's not pitching so much, and Kranick and all that kind of stuff. So I think this all lays at the feet of the starters. And my final overarching point of all this, which is another reason I raised the poll, is we heard about the offense for months and months. We heard about the bullpen for months and months. But the fucking killer of the season being the starting pitching is something I couldn't have seen coming. And we talked about this last week. Hefner is not flawless. He had a couple of seasons where like, what the fuck is Hefner doing right now? And I don't think anything should happen to him. I'm just saying, like, let's just pump the brakes next year when we're calling for everyone else's head except for his in the organization.
Let's pump the brakes on never talking about anybody other than the head coach, the manager. Like, who? It's just insane. We've been doing this since the beginning of time. We blame Ray Ramirez, the trainer, for everything. We blame, you know what I mean? Like, these are just.
It was his fault, though, to be fair.
I also just can't believe that, like, last year's pitching, like, the way I felt about last year's pitching is what this year's pitching is. Like, I remember last year, the reason I canceled so early being like, look at this rotation. These guys fucking stink. They're all journeymen. They're all like Frankensteins. They're all like whatever. And those guys got it done. Whereas going into this season, I thought we had the names on paper, and it's been total polar opposite.
Well, you look at it like this way. Minaya takes a step back from last year. Frankie Montas was supposed to replace Severino. That was a wash. Clay Holmes, I guess, replaced Quintana in a way. Like, if you look at Clay Holmes this season, it's like 30 starts at a 3.75 ERA. It's about like what you expected.
Yep.
And then David Peterson, his season line is what you would expect, however you got there. It's just that way of going from one year to the next.
Clay Holmes
Those guys are so hot for 4 months.
Clay Holmes did what we paid him to do.
Yeah,
We're asking this guy to transition to being a starter. Like, he's thrown a ton of innings. I don't like that he walks people and, like, he was letting up those solo home runs. I'm like, they're going to just slowly work their way back because we scored too many too early.
But at the same time, it's like, don't walk guys when you have a 5-run lead.
Yeah, we should. The writing was on the wall with that, though. He should be the 5th guy, and we named him the ace of the rotation to start the season. So it was like right from the start, they knew what they had in our starters.
Yeah. And, I mean, I can't even imagine a world without the kids is just game over.
Oh, my God.
It's a blown up.
I mean, we'd be like 20 under 500 right now.
Yeah. It's going to be the first time in the history of baseball that you have 3 rookies making 3 starts in the playoffs if we get there.
Yep.
Kyle, what do you think if they move? I mean, you would think they're going to move Holmes to the bullpen. Do you think it's something he can handle, like just going backwards instead of, it's like he's done it for years and he's ramped up. So
I think if they use him in the bullpen, they won't use him the way the Yankees are using him.
Yeah.
I think they're going to use it like he's the long reliever, which we need.
Dude,
Buto had a terrible season. We forget he's even on the team, but like he was an X factor down the stretch there, especially when like Ryan Stanek hadn't figured it out yet. We brought in Brosban. He stunk last year. Like Buto came in and like did what we needed him to do. So if Clay Holmes can do that and like get us out of some of the trouble when these other guys are starting, like that is something we desperately do.
And by the way, there's glory in that. Like, I know that part feels like a demotion, but I remember like Pedro coming out of the pen. Of course, you remember Randy Johnson coming out of the pen. Like, you have those moments where a starter gets hurt or gets shelled, and you step up. Nathan Eovaldi going 8 innings in relief in that 18-inning game. Like, you could be a fucking hero in that spot if you accept it and embrace it rather than being like, oh, this is a demotion.
We thought Miller was going to change the entire like game when the Indians were doing it.
Right.
He was like literally nobody else in baseball had anybody like him. And he was coming in like every second day and cleaning up 3 to 4 innings. It was insane.
I always think like for October, there's different like Juan Soto in October is the perfect player because he's going to take the pitches. He can hit one out of the park at any given time. And like just having Juan Soto at the plate is going to make me feel so good and safe. It's probably the safest guy you can feel. Worst case, he's almost going to walk. That's almost worst case scenario, right? And I think for pitching, it's like, here's point A, point B. We got to get from A to B. Five or so innings is going to be the starter. Hopefully Diaz can handle that last inning. And that chunk in the middle is kind of where we got fucked last year, right? That's kind of where we lost our way and we had Matt Tone and all those kind of guys. If Holmes could be the guy to get us, 2 or 3 games a series where he's taking up that chunk, I feel pretty good about it, right? Compared to the other options.
Yo, nobody's ever struggled with a name more than you and Phil Maton or whatever. We call him Matone every time. I don't even know his name anymore. Can you say it?
So many times.
I'm always like, wait, who's Matone? I'm thinking of some Italian guy.
By the way, Jose Buto has a 4 ERA and 18 appearances with 18 innings pitched with the Giants. 1.3 whip. He had a 3.64 with a 1.38 here. So he's basically a little worse than he was here.
I was going to say 1.3 whip. You'd fit right in. Come on back.
Yeah, come on back here. Oh, my God. My kids are making fun of me for the way I say Mario too, Kev. And I'm like, you guys don't say this? Like, you're my kids.
I actually don't even know how my kids say it. But, I mean, it's the number one thing. When I'll make a video, some piece of content that I'm proud of, and like I want to mix it up and interact with people, and all it is people be like, Mario, you say Mario, you say Mario.
Some other house.
He's a New York City plumber.
Yes.
He would call himself Mario.
Yeah, they always say like, listen to how he says it in the beginning of the game. It's a me, Mario. I'm like, do you have an Italian accent? Are you from Italy? No, then you don't fucking speak like him.
I just looked this up earlier too. The Mets starters ERA is 15th and the bullpen is 17th. So that's how you get to the 16th overall. You just max them together. And that's just
then you look at the innings pitched by the bullpen and you're like, okay, this makes sense. And how many opener starts there were where it's like, okay, 1 inning here and then 8 innings the bullpen.
I don't blame the bullpen at all.
I don't think the bullpen's good, but I don't blame them. They're putting it like an impossible spot.
Actually, let me see if I can look that up.
Overwork.
Let me see innings pitched here. Do they have innings pitched? Yeah, let's see where we stand in innings pitched for the bullpen.
It's got to be like first by a mile.
7th. Now we're 7th. But it's White Sox are first, Colorado 3rd, Miami 4th, Athletics 5th, but then 2nd and 6th.
We're the only one
Dodgers and Milwaukee.
The Dodgers too, and the Dodgers are like historically injured too with their pitching staff, right?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but they're starting to turn it up now.
And I feel like they're at the point where Blake Snell's like, don't you take him out of this game. I see a new stat. The Dodgers throw no hitters every night, and then the bullpen blows the game in the ninth. It's crazy.
That's hard. Let's say we get let's get into the playoffs. And it's like, okay, you got to deal with Blake Snell, Tyler Glass now, Yamamoto. It's like,
I know.
God, I just want to get in, but geez.
They're so fucked up, man. I saw someone asked in the chat, what's the deal with Tyrone Taylor? Says he's ramping up here, and they're hoping to get him playing rehab games up here shortly. That was as of.
I mean, what do you mean? Like the season's over?
He just had a kid too, so I'm sure that's a combination of things.
Yeah,
this is gonna sound crazy. I know. There was a reliever actually we got from the Orioles. That remember it was like he was always good when it was close games or when they were ahead or something like that. I truly believe this. I think Cedric Mullins is like a front runner. I think we just haven't been good with him here. I think if we're good with him, he'll be good. I think he plays off the vibes. He's a vibes guy, and he's been playing for the White Sox essentially the last few years, right? So I think if we can get hot, I thought after that game the other night, I'm like, all right, I could see Cedric Mullins turning it around here. I also feel like he could absolutely just shit the bed with us the next step.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I like your optimism, but there's also a world where he just stinks the entire time.
Yeah. But you know what? We're gonna put our best face forward. We're gonna put out a brave face and say best foot forward, and we're gonna September baseball has arrived, and we're gonna have to live with it for better or worse. And September baseball is here, and the chase for the October is in full swing. And the best way to cash in on your baseball IQ is with DraftKings Sportsbook. As the stretch drive begins, DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered with live betting, home run props, odds boosts, and more. Whether you're chasing dingers or jumping in mid-game, there's always action to be had. Never bet on baseball before. It's simple. Pick a guy to go yard, hammer some live odds mid-game, or just ride with your squad and hope for the best. No spreadsheets, just vibes and dingers. Here's something special for first-timers. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code BELIEVE. That's code BELIEVE for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. So September baseball, meaningful games of September leading to October. I asked ChatGPT to simulate the rest of the season. Do you always want to know what the computer said?
I think it says that we're in.
So this is the best part too, like all those fan graphs numbers, and it makes no sense to us. And then they're like, yeah, you guys are playing the Nationals and the Marlins. And we're like, yeah, that's why I don't think we're going to make it. Yeah. It's like almost like this is the human element where you can actually use your brain because you've been through it. Nonetheless, ChatGPT, as of today, the Mets are 78 and 74. We have 3 games against the Nats, 3 games against the Cubs, 3 games against the Marlins. I don't know if they're even including the Padres game. Whatever happens today with Sweet Joan on the mound. It says it's putting them at 83 and 78. They'd be in like a battle with everyone else. And as of now, the baseline projection, the most likely one, 2 out of 3 Nats, lose 2 out of 3 of the Cubs, take 2 out of 3 against the Marlins, 5-4, final 9 games, 83 and 78. Make the wild card game by 1 game.
So it doesn't factor in today's game because 83 and 78 is only 161.
Oh, so there you go. So it's not even including today's game.
Yeah.
Fucking computer. See, this is why you can't trust AI.
Yeah, everyone's about AI taking over. They can't even figure out a fucking baseball schedule.
They can't even figure out math.
Skynet cannot comprehend the generational trauma that the Marlins have bestowed on us.
I know. Yeah,
the computer can't factor in Jorge Cantu just walking up to the plate and just getting 2 hits, or Willie Harris robbing a home run.
One of these days, like I can't wait for AI to be that smart where they're like, well, what should happen is this, but we know you guys are gonna fuck this up because you're Mets, so blah blah blah.
No, Jacob Marcy will go 3 for 3 on game 161, and
I'm like. If you told me to sign up for 3 wins and maybe even 2, I think I would sign for it. Like
2 out of 10?
No, out of the
Marlins
Marlins and Nats.
I'm gonna go 3 and 3 versus those teams.
One of them is gonna sweep us. I'm hoping we get 2 out of the other one. Like I might sign for that.
That is some dark shit. And I do think that, right? I feel like they say McLean, his stuff does play well for lefties, right? Because it goes into them. And that is the Nationals. It's like I got James Wood, who has he learned how to hit again? Because I know he forgot for a long time. It's him and
He'll figure it out.
He'll figure it out. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So bad, and we just suck against them every time.
I've seen this. Like a lot of people tweet us, like if the Mets just didn't forget how to play baseball for months at a time, we'd be in the
we are like 120 games.
Like at least 2 of the 3 teams we're battling against were sellers at the deadline. 1 sold to us. We got Rodgers from the Giants. They sold him to us. The Diamondbacks traded Naylor and fucking Suarez, right? Yep. And they still are in the playoff race with a team that's $1 billion fucking dollar team. It's bananas. So they gave me the best case scenario, which it says the best case would be the Mets somehow getting the wild card 2 and the Cubs, I guess, just dying down the stretch. I don't know if that's right. It has this Padres Mets, and I had them simulate the series, and we lose in 3. So there we go. Oh, wait, excuse me. We upset the Padres 2-1, and then we go to the NL East versus the Dodgers. So according to AI, which knows absolutely nothing, or let alone that a Major League Baseball is 162 game season, we make the playoffs. But again, numbers mean absolutely nothing now. But we've been saying this for months. We said as soon as the schedule came out last year, I remember we're like, all right, no Braves in September. And Phil goes, we're ending with the Marlins. So and I was like, fuck.
Bro, I want to see next year the final 4 series. I want to be the Dodgers. Fuck, let's get a Subway Series in there. Let's get every horrible thing we that could challenge us. Put that to the final 4 series of the year. I'm done seeing these fucking bums at the end of the year. They fuck us every time.
So
Kevin, pull up next year's schedule because it is out.
Yeah, it's out right now. So looking at it now, the last home series, which is this weekend.
We end the season in DC.
Yeah, it's Phillies home is our last home series, and at Rangers, at Nats. And I'll tell you, at Rangers, who gives a fuck, right? Perfect.
No, we're gonna face DeGrom.
Oh, we're gonna probably face DeGrom. That's true. But still,
I'll take that though. I think in Texas is fine. I think we could win there.
At Nats is, better than at Marlins, right? Because the Marlins have the 07 on us.
Hanley Ramirez will be in my nightmares forever. Oh.
I was going to do the who do you want to face, who do you not want to face? Fuck, that's out the window now. I just want to make the fucking play. I want to face someone in the playoffs.
I don't even know who's on the Nets.
No idea.
They don't even have the signature.
We do miss Mackenzie Gore. I know that. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
We've played him all season long. I was like, I still don't know who's on the team.
CJ Abrams will probably be at the casino the night before and still get 2 hits.
Where are we at once again? Do we make it or not?
I think we make it, but it's just not going to be easy. It never is fucking easy.
Yeah. Last night.
You're in, Kyle? What do you say, Clem?
Yeah, last night I was like, fuck, I forgot how tough. That Soto home run, it's this is what it's going to be like the rest of the way. I say it to people, and then I'm surprised when it happens again. I'm going to go.
You know what? Actually, last night was good for me in the sense of we lost, but so did the Diamondbacks, and you wake up and you're still in first, and it's all right, now you probably win today, or you're gonna get some wins, they're gonna get some losses. It almost is better when you lose and it's not catastrophic, because then it feels all right, as long as the other teams keep losing here and there, we're fine.
At the same time, we did lose ground to the Giants and the Reds, who are still.
I know, but that's that's where the third wild card is so ridiculous, because there's. When you have one wild card, it's there's going to be a gap between that top chunk and the shit. When you start to go to a third wild card, everybody's in it. The fact that I got to worry about the Diamondbacks all of a sudden, I had not thought about the Diamondbacks in 3 months. And now they're our biggest threat. I'm wait, what the fuck? I was focusing on Cincinnati. Then I got to deal with the San Francisco Giants. Now all of a sudden it's the Diamondbacks. Who the fuck's it going to be next?
Diamondbacks won 10 in a row, though.
Yeah, I know.
That's the thing is those teams did they peak too soon? Is that the reason why? And then
we haven't peaked yet. Our long winning streak is coming.
Yeah. I told you.
Our first ever.
The pitching figures it out, and the offense just stays the offense, and we're going to win the World Series.
Yes, that's the only thing that's keeping me going, is I genuinely believe that. And there's a part of me that's thinking, you got your 8-game losing streak out. Really close to October, as close as you can get to October without ruining your October chances. So what if that's we hit our rock bottom and then we go up? Maybe we've been asking, where's our rock bottom? I think an 8-game losing streak at pretty much the end of September is as close as it fucking gets.
Let's say which 8-game losing streak? We've had 3 of them.
Second 8-game losing streak out of the way, which is it's always the first one you think you're clear. It's the second one that you have to get out.
Then the third one happens. You're oh, fuck.
Oh,
we need Jonathan to have a good outing.
I know. So, I love
he just needs a bounce back. I don't need him to be perfect or anything. They just need to not ruin his development. Because I was what are we doing? He's at 40+ pitches in the first inning. Get my boy out of there.
No.
Didn't the Rangers take 19 in a row at some point?
18 to start the game.
Yeah.
To start.
Really?
The Padres are a bit more aggressive, so I don't think we'll see that. I hope not. But at the same time, it's he's got to throw strikes. He can't be afraid.
After last outing, even if he pitches well, I don't think you could pencil in a win today. Well, by the way, what's a Thursday 1 o'clock doing? What is that?
10 a.m. local in San Diego.
And there's no camps going. All the kids are in school right now.
How is that? 10 a.m. What
I think it's because we played so many. No, it doesn't even make sense. Are they going on the road? No.
No,
They're going to be home. I have no idea.
The Padres are going to the White Sox, so it's not like they need that much of a getaway.
Very strange. Very strange.
You know what's good, though? Fuck those people on the West Coast. We play at 10 at night. They should have to follow their team at 10 in the morning at work. Or I mean, they're probably on the beach. They're not even working California.
Could you imagine, though, if we were like our crazy mentality right now and we had a game at 10 a.m.?
Yeah.
Like your season's on the line. You're watching baseball while you're eating breakfast. That's sickening, dude. That is sick.
Your entire day is ruined before you even get in the shower.
That's perverted, man. That's something wrong.
Think of the teams chasing us. Like the Reds wasted a ginormous opportunity this past weekend. They got swept by the A's in Sacramento.
That's what I mean. Like that you gotta always look at the other teams when you're in the spot, and it's like it's they're freaking out. They're collapsing. The
Giants are up 4-1 on the Dodgers Saturday night with Logan Webb on the mound. They lost that game. They lost the series.
Yep.
Then they lose. They went 11 innings about a hit versus the D-backs to avoid being swept yesterday.
Yeah,
all these teams are just scuffling. No one wants the spot.
You're competing with the shit for the third wild card. So
we're shit.
It feels like having a 1.5-2 game lead, whatever, with 10 games left or some shit. If you're chasing down the number one wild card, you're playing against awesome teams that are probably going to go 7-3 in their last 10. These guys might go fucking 2-8. They stink just as much as we do.
You see the D-backs going to a 4-man rotation now to end the season.
Wow.
Are they trying to replicate 2008 CC Sabathia Zach Allen once on 3 days rest?
That's crazy.
We're throwing tag teams out there. They're going 4-man rotation. It's fucking just chaos. Drew Gilbert's choked out in the dugout.
I'm so happy that he sucked again. That was such.
You know what his OPS outside of Coors Field is? 496. He had one good Coors Field game that has made people oh wow, he's a good player. No, he's been bad.
If there's one thing we learned, if I was a publicist or an agent or something for a player, I would tell them, ramp up the antics. Smack the fucking fence, punch yourself in the face, come out to cool music, say fuck on an interview, because fans say your ass is in the jackpot, because fans just remember that and don't give a fuck about your actual job. It's crazy.
I have to say too, boys, I was at a wedding this weekend in Lake George, and it was unless you had AT&T, you had no service. I missed that DeGrom game. And I missed that. I don't even know what happened in the 8th inning on Saturday. I just saw Marty Mush started texting us. I got home at 11 at night, and I'm like, the fuck is Marty doing texting me right now? Was it just as bad as just don't go back? It was that bad, huh? Jonah just couldn't find it.
I was at a wedding too, so I didn't watch it, but it was I looked at my phone and the game was over.
You told us ahead of time, I'm not going to watch it. Just let me know. And it was 2 outs into the first. I'm like, the game's over.
And then that 8th inning, there was a part of me that was I think we're going to come back and win this. And Clemmer was saying that to Marty. He was like, we're going to win this game. And when we do it, fuck you. And then maybe we just didn't.
Clemmer was scolding me for not being confident. We were up 5-0 there. And I was like, we were up 4-0 on the Phillies a week ago and got perfect gamed.
Clemmer's here's the state of affairs for the Mets fans here. Phil, you're dangerously heading towards Frank the Tank territory.
I mean, can you blame me? This team? We're at the 4th worst record in baseball since Friday night.
If I was your age, I would be doing the same thing as you, so I totally understand it. But having a little bit of hindsight, I would say don't go too far to the dark side. Clemmer is so annoying because he's like, we're fine, we're going to win the World Series. I'm like, are you new here, Clemmer? You're 1,000. You've been around since the inception of the team. How are you still this confident?
This is the funny thing. So I'm not in the office a lot. But every time I am, I truly enjoy all my interactions with Clem. I just like him. We have very similar interests, the same age, blah, blah, blah. But then when he gets, and he's an older guy, but I'm not at this point. He is so stuck on his beliefs. He will not budge. And I still am mad about the Bryce Harper thing last year in the playoffs. So he's like, I'm not scared of Bryce Harper.
That was insane.
I say that on a live stream too. It's also a Barstool thing, a content, that's day one stuff, dude.
And now he's beefing with Rudy Giuliani.
Bro, by the way, did you see Rudy's tweet to Nate? No. Oh my God. When he said that Nate Dogg is presumably not a loser, I mean, I want a shirt that says presumably not a loser.
I put that in my Twitter profile immediately. I would put like, presumably not a loser. You know, I gotta believe like that's perfect. And you said it best. I said he tweets like Grok, and just Rudy being Grok, and he has the shoe stuff, shoe polish over his head, and he's just typing with that crazy look in his eyes. Have you just howling, dude? So fucking funny. I mean, we're living the weirdest timeline in a million different reasons, and that's number one at this point. The only other question I had for you guys, the alumni game seemed like it was pretty cool. Did anyone see it? Did they broadcast it?
No, here was my thought. I'm sad that all that happened in the middle of like turmoil and chaos, because staging multiple ejections of your managers to recreate your viral moments of Terry Collins and Bobby Valentine with the disguise. If you're at the point where you're staging ejections for your alumni game, that's good old-fashioned entertainment.
Yeah.
That was high-quality shit. Like, I like that a lot. I just was not in the mood to be like, how funny is this? Look, he's wearing the disguise. Oh, he did the jackpot, because it was like, fuck. But if we had, like, clinched or things were good, that would have been a ball, man.
They left out the part where Terry Collins called the ump a cocksucker, but I mean, probably couldn't do that again.
They had it live on Twitter, and I also like that they had Howie and Gary on the field with the live mic. So they were just chopping it up, talking shit the whole time. Turk Wendell like blew out his leg. They were just making jokes at his expense as he's limping off the field.
Mike pointed out to me, it's like, what has Josh Satin done to be in an alumni game? He's the greatest teammate of all time.
That was crazy. I was like, what? Who? That was nuts.
Look ahead to the series coming up this weekend. It's so we have Sproat, Alvarez, McLean, Cavalli, which is Barstool the Ballpark. Get your tickets now. Holmes, Parker. I'm going to ask everyone not named Phil. What is Alvarez's first name on the Nationals?
No fucking idea.
I couldn't even tell you. I have no idea who this guy is.
I think Francisco Alvarez versus Francisco Alvarez. Kyle, do you have any idea?
No.
Andrew Alvarez.
All right, I would not have guessed that.
That's a Mike Stanton situation.
Yeah.
Cavalli? Anyone got Cavalli?
He's a former prospect.
Nope.
Nothing.
Cade Cavalli. 3-1, 4.76 ERA, 1.46 WHIP, and then landing with Parker on Sunday.
I think he leads the major leagues in earned runs allowed.
Okay, so all three of these guys will pitch lights out then.
Yes, exactly. Mitchell Parker, 8-16, 5.85 ERA, 1.47 WHIP.
He is second in earned runs allowed. His teammate
After the Aaron Nola game, anything can happen.
Yes.
Like, I mean, he gave up like 5-6 runs, like every single start for 2 months before us, and then he lights out. So I'm not looking at numbers. I don't care about anything. Like, it's all on the table right now.
100%.
Oh, and by the way, let's just go over this McLean thing quickly. Joe DeMayo, he's my North Star. He's telling me this is not going to be a factor. Something about Rookie of the Year voting, top 3, something about a draft pick, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to go ahead and have full confidence in Steve Cohen that he doesn't give a fuck about this. And that if it really comes down to it, like I could see it. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, McLean has 12.1 innings left before he like loses his eligibility and all that shit. So he could pitch 6 innings each start and you're in the clear. I can see a world where he comes out after 6 innings just because he's at 105 pitches and it's just time to go. If he's at like 70 pitches in 6 innings and they pull him, there's going to be
nothing game.
There's going to be a riot. What we all need. Joe said this best. Like we need like a blowout, one direction or the other, and you know, hopefully we're ahead and you can take him out and everybody wins. But I really would be shocked if that plays a factor. That would be, and I will crush Cohen and the management. I usually carry their water and I believe in them. But like, if that's the case and it's a blatant, like he's good to go, no other reason other than that innings limit shit, there'll be hell to play.
It's insane. He's even close to hitting these innings limits because he's going 6 innings every start.
Right.
Someone didn't see for 4 months.
Right.
It's probably freaking out Stearns just that he probably didn't want him getting all these innings on his arm this early.
That would be a different
gradually.
If they said like we're protecting his future, not like we're worried about his arm, and that was real, I would believe that. But
that goes back to like the Strasburg number.
Right. Yeah.
And then they totally botched that.
Right.
Always. He ended up not pitching anyway. He got hurt and he had to retire. But like when they had those innings limits and then they were trying to make the playoff push, it was like, what the hell are you doing?
These kids' arms are fresher than the veterans because they haven't had the innings piled up this season.
Right.
If only there was a Met prospect that, right before he was about to hit his big payday and he blew through his innings. There was only a guy we could bring up to that and showing just how fucked up it could be. Now, was this a report or was it just someone just musing online?
It was just musing and everybody kind of ran with it. Like,
I kind of have sources. I don't like to talk about this on the pod, my sources. I had a source say David Stearns did bring this up to Cohen. Cohen licked the back of his hand and backslapped him and said, don't you ever bring that broke boy shit to me, David. Go get those bums on the field that I'm paying for to win a fucking enough games to make the playoffs. So my sources say, don't worry about Nolan McLean if need be. It's not even this next start. It's the start after that is what it would be.
I hope we go into extra innings and he pitches 12 innings is his next start.
I hope we don't go to extra innings. I hope we win in 9 innings.
Yeah.
The only other thing I had, teams you want to play, that's out the window. Game 7 pitchers, Nolan McLean. Game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Team you want to play. Who are the teams you would least want to play for game 162?
The Marlins.
Marlins are 1. Braves are 2 then? I think Braves are 2.
At the same time, the Braves can't be that high because we've done it before. We've beat them
last year.
Yeah, and they're really bad right now. I mean,
Yeah, but if that wasn't a doubleheader,
wow.
the doubleheader helped us.
Yeah,
in that scenario.
Yes.
it really does put in perspective how bad of a season the Braves had, and I don't know how this occurred because, like, as bad as we've been, and you're still like 10 games up on them. What a season from fucking hell for Atlanta.
Someone said the Braves are closer to the wild card than we are to the NL East, and that made me want to die.
Wow. Jeez.
I mean, the Phillies are only a game back of the Brewers or so for the first seed. The Phillies just turned up.
Hats off to them. They just went hard as a motherfucker the last month.
I will say this though, I do feel like if the Mets make the playoffs and get swept, won't shock me. If the Mets make a run to the fucking World Series, I'll also be like, this was the team we were waiting for the whole time. Like, right. I truly do believe that.
Season.
And the only way I can walk away disappointed from the season is not making the playoffs. But then again, we've been the White Sox for the second half of the season, and we've been so fucking bad. And we're chasing it's the Reds, the Giants, and the D-backs. If any of those teams pass us, we should not make the playoffs.
Right, you don't deserve it.
So
it's like
I need Starling Marte to turn into Starling Marte's September version, where he always just hits 300, and they need to get him some at bats because he hit that home run yesterday. I'm like, yep. Calendar turns to September. He just randomly shows up. His legs are fresh. We need somebody who we're not banking on to just be a spark plug for this next 2 weeks.
And I think, honestly, I'm at the point with him now. I think he has to be a coach when he's gone. Juan Soto, that is fucking Juan Soto's guy. You know what I mean?
Keep him for the next 15 years with him. They're a package duo. I don't care, whatever it is.
You need to be a coach. Just stand there for the home run picture and just chop it up on the bench.
Yeah. Create a new role on the team. Whatever.
What was Caleb for UNC?
Yeah, the morale. Yeah.
Crazy season so long. Remember they had the giant chancla in July, and they're like, we can't keep doing this.
Chancla was shorter lived than Donnie Stevenson. That was
shorter lived than a homer horse.
Yeah. Oh my God. By the way, just real quick side note on baseball in general. When you said bat 300, there are 2 qualified players in the National League batting 300. One of them's
hurt.
What? Yeah, and he's hurt.
Who's the other one? Arias?
No, it was
Nico Horner.
Yeah.
Horner, okay.
And I was listening to Howie talk about on the radio, and he was like, he brought it up because Arias was up, and Arias is batting 286, and he was like, that's good for 10th in the league. It's crazy. We're getting crazy that there's basically nobody.
Judge was way over, or he's not qualified.
Who?
Isn't Judge way over?
He's talking National League.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
American League, Judge saying 329, Jacob Wilson 321, Bichette 311, Pena 305, Springer 304.
But even that, having
300.
5-6 guys batting 300 is nuts. You used to have a couple guys per team.
Well, pitching is a lot better now than it was 15 years ago.
I will say that too. Everyone they pull out, doesn't matter what his name is, he throws 100 to 100.
What
the hell's going on?
The worst relievers in baseball now was nothing compared to 2005.
Keith has been a lot more quiet than years past about if I was playing, he knows he'd be getting the bat blown out of his hands. No offense to Keith, but Jesus Christ.
I was gonna say 2008, there's 3 guys in baseball throw 100. Now it's every game out of one guy.
Orlando Benitez would throw 100 one time in the game, and I'm like, this is the greatest. Before I was too naive, but that was his one redeeming thing is that he threw 100.
dude a couple games ago was throwing like 103 against McNeil. Like it was nothing. I was like, what?
Insane.
Pete Alonso is 20th in the National League in batting average, which again, it's crazy. Pete's batting 270 right now, just in general, like compared to where he was. Some of these
still
seasons.
out on Pete.
He has to do good these last 2 weeks and in the playoffs. I'm still like
He already is. He's already doing well.
I'm saying that you have to show up in September and October because the summer he was a dud. I think that stat showed itself. It was a 730 OPS the entire summer.
This is just always going to be Pete Alonso. Like he's going to give you like 30 to 40 home runs forever.
I do worry about the decline, just hitting a steep hit at some point. And it could be next year. It could be the year
home runs
after.
right now. I think that's a real possibility. He's at 40 when we're done.
Yeah, I just like yes, his best years are behind him, but like I don't know. I just think
and also the RBI numbers is because he's up with runners on every fucking time because of Juan Soto and Lindor. Like that is the other part.
Yeah, Juan Soto for the next 15 years.
Yeah,
Adam Dunn hit 200 for like his entire career.
Yeah.
Hit 40 home runs every season. Like
I'll take.
You need that guy.
Yeah. And I do think that the money will, like, as years go on, like, you know, $30 million or whatever he's making is, like, not that big of a deal.
I just get cautious about long-term commitment with them. Like I don't want to turn
around and give him, like, a 10-year deal, but if there's a world where, you know.
He plays more games than anybody else, so as long as he's, like, not, you know, able to produce.
Yeah.
Also, looking at stats right now, Juan Soto's third in the National League in OPS right now after that.
His numbers since August 1st are out of this fucking world. Like, insane. He's first, second, or third in every category.
Did you hear Ronnie say this is the best Mets season he's seen hitting? Just like overall hitting it hard, just being a hitter. The best Mets season he's ever seen. And this is his first year with the team, and he's not even technically hit his prime yet if you're going 27 on.
He's second in the NL in runs scored behind Ohtani, of course, who just hits lead off and drives himself in 50 times.
Right. He's incredible. He's absolutely incredible.
So with 119 walks, which leads all baseball.
Crazy.
Well, with guys like Juan Soto, there's only thing you can really do, no matter how shitty the starters and the rest of the team is. Gotta believe.
Gotta believe.
March to the ballpark. Get tickets.